and my feet were keeping me up all night because of the sensitivity. Just touching the blanket, it was kind of painful, and I thought for sure I'm going to zero. And the bad side of that is possibility of rain tomorrow, and going over this last range of mountains. Not something I wanted to do in the rain, or at least not come down in the rain. Just looking around here. So, well, I got up this morning, it's like, oh, my feet don't feel as sensitive on the top. So, I thought, okay, I think I'm gonna go for it. Got my, fit some of that anti-friction cream I found on a couple points, and that's really gonna help. I put my darn toughs back on, and my merino wool on top of that. I got my still damp boots from outside. Put my feet in them. Just walking around. They're not far from perfect, but I think I'll be okay because the problem that caused the irritation is gone. Just that I have the irritated areas will be, I guess, further irritated from the walking. Anyway, it's another 4,000 foot peak, or pair of horns, I think. I think they call them the Bigelows. And once I get over that, it's another day to the Kennebec River, where I will either stay at Pierce Pond campsite or shelter and try to have the pancake breakfast at the Hunter's Lodge, 0.3 miles away, or I'll continue into the Kennebec, or the name of the town there, I'm not sure, and see about staying at that hostel and having their breakfast, and then taking the boat over and continuing on through apparently is a marshy area for a few days until I get to Munson. Resupply again when I'm at the Kennebec River area. So here are the 3 little bears here. So get a little selfie with me and big bear here, Papa Bear. Anyway, yeah, so I think it should be good enough. I didn't have this foot problem. I probably would have been back at the campsite, and I started off right now. It's almost 7:30. I go in here and settle up in the office. I got food in my bag. I'm sure I'm going to have enough, and at least for the 2 days I needed more than that, and move on with my life and take the good weather while it's there. It's a little bit chilly at the moment, but once you get going, you know, get the pack on and everything, it should be good. Yeah, so I'm feeling okay right now. I hope I feel that way when I get up at the mountain. We'll find out in a few hours. Oh, walking around in the sunlight, the hotel is one thing. Felt okay. Boy, getting the wood this year. You're in the shade, even though the sun's just poking through here. It's chilly. Yeah, no wonder the last few mornings in the woods in the shelters, I just dreaded the idea of having to get up. It's so cold. I just wore a t-shirt and shorts like this. Well, the shorts are okay. My legs seem to be able to handle the temperature, but yeah, I'll have to get the puffy off and get the raincoat on early so I can get used to being a little cooler, and maybe start hiking with the raincoat, and then I can take it off as I get warmer, depending on the terrain. Well, Bigelow is here, the last big hills, 4,000 footer, a couple of peaks here, so I'll get warmed up walking up them. My feet feel okay right at the moment. I think it's the downhill where the tops of the feet feel more pressure against the tops of the shoes. Going uphill shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it's cold. It's gonna get cooler, I'm sure. I just heard from one fellow it was at a different hostel just past that weather tomorrow looks better than it did. So had I known that, I probably would have zeroed, but I'm sure I'll be happy. I did this today. The weather, like I say, it's sunny. It's the last big hill, so I have to savor the views at the top. Because there are a couple hills, but we're only talking like maybe 500 feet, 1,000 feet, not even that. And what I understand, it's a lot boggier going north. And there are apparently some places where you have to ford, and the rocks may be below the water level as the rains and everything cause the water level to rise. So people are saying, well, use your camp shoes, keep your boots dry, but my camp shoes are those Crocs, imitation Croc, one size too big. It's gonna be a problem trying to use them. I guess I can try. In cold water. I'll try once. See how it goes. I don't like they have much grip either for anything. So I just have to get used to having wet feet. But now I know, take the socks off, let them dry overnight. Well, take them off anyway, and dry my feet. And even if I put the socks on in the morning wet, hopefully get warm, and Ziploc in my sleeping bag with me. I won't have the same abrasion problem with the socks sticking to my feet like they did yesterday. I can't think of anything else, but yeah, that guy Papa Smurf, one of the hostels, a real good guy, very generous at this time, hardworking. He deserves something good to come his way. Hope it all works out. I know he's going to try PCT. I think it's next year. So I guess, I don't know if he owns that business or what, but I'll have to give it up in some way, either for someone else to run or sell it. But bed was clean and everything, and I mean, the living quarters were more bunkhouse, but it's nicer than the barn. And I'd recommend it for sure. I don't know what it was like at the hotel where the other guy stayed. Might be nicer, more like a hotel, but if you're on your own, the price can't be matched. I think it's 25 or maybe it was 30. 25, I think. No, I think it was 30. Oh well. It was good enough for me. Well, back to walking. So I can't be too far away from the peak. I just came up this little Blue Blaze side trail just to get to look at the view and to pee over the cliff, which I'm going to do in a minute. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Some clouds in the sky, but I avoided it most of the time. Temperature is cool, breezy right now up here. Not too bad though. Oh, it feels wonderful, and my feet have not been bothering me, but now that will not be so true when I end up going down. I think I have a little bit of downhill to go right now. I've checked Gut Hook, but oh, I'm glad. I think I am. I'm glad I'm not going up those hills, which are definitely above me. I'm only maybe halfway to the top of those. So I might have done them before. Got the Bigelows, and I don't think I'm quite at the top. I've gone up, let's see, 600 meters. So 1,800. I think there's a couple hundred more to go. I'll check a hook, but I only see a hill behind me. So maybe I'm at the first peak. I hope I'm not going over there. Oof. Okay. Anyway, so far so good. That hook. I think I'm going up those hills. Both of them. They're 4,000 foot peaks, and so another 600 feet to go up. Well, that's not bad, but I have to go down. Shelter below me, and up that first bump, and we're just almost level to where I am. And then the next one, I go down and up both peaks. Around 10:20 right now. Yeah, I assumed I'd be at the peak around noon-ish, a little afternoon. So I got a real workout left for me if I'm going up there. Oof. Well, as I say, pitter patter, let's get at her. Another viewpoint close to the shelter. I'm not sure how far down the shelter is, but it could be as low as that water. Yeah, the mountains look a little, definitely closer. They're in the shadow right now. The shadow's coming this way too. So keep walking. I think this is just for day use. More info for the shelter near the pond. Mileages. So I'm going to the Bigelow Mountain. And yeah, 3 miles of the campsite, but I'm definitely going beyond that. So, oh well. That pond might make for really nice imagery, but it doesn't say how far away it is. I'll have to check Get Hook. I don't think I'll go there, but before I say no, I'll see how far away it is. It doesn't look very far, so I'm going to go take a look. soul in the area. So I guess I go back up the hill and continue on. Got those mountains to go. They've just happened to be down there. The valley. Oh, you can see the two shelters I want to look at. Okay. Oh, nice view. That's where I walked out of. spectacular view, if you ask me. Beats anything, and yeah, even beats the whites, I think. This is, wow, quite a view. I like this. This is a good day. I wish there were fewer clouds, and another one's a bit cooler. So I keep going and go to the next peak, and I'll throw my raincoat on and have a little 17 deep before I descend. So, enjoying this.
What's your favorite part of the trail so far?
Maine, frankly. I mean,
Isn't it beautiful?
It's well, I'm at the peak. I spoke with 4 hikers, session hikers, who are at the campsite between the 2 peaks, and they tell me the weather apparently changed for today. It may actually rain today. I'm looking around and I see some dark clouds, or big clouds, coming from the direction of the wind. So it may yet happen, but well, I'm going to go over that frame. I guess I would put a frame, but maybe there's a ranger station or lookout tower or something there, and I can sit out of the wind and have my salami sausage or whatever it is, and a bit of cheese, and check that hook, and recalculate what I think it would be to get where I'm going. I'm assuming it's 6 o'clock. It's 1:45 now. It'll probably be even later than 6. And it's pretty much all downhill. So the type of downhill will be the determining factor. But man, it's gorgeous up here. I want to enjoy it a little bit while I'm here. It's the last big hill before Katahdin. So I gotta take everything I can get from this. Well, it's 3:30. I've fallen to plan B, which is the campsite after the peaks, rather than down to the shelter. Just another 5 miles, 3.5 or 3 hours walking. I've got up 1,000-foot peak and then down 1,500 or more. And that's based on what the people were saying about the likelihood of rain today, rather than no rain. So if it doesn't rain in the next, say, 2 hours, or 3 hours, then I will feel like I wasted my time. Otherwise, I will feel like I did, I made another great decision. Now I'm on a platform, but it doesn't have any rings. And so I've got stones holding the corners, but that just makes it harder to set up. So I'm just going to look at a couple other tent sites and see if maybe there's a better place for me to actually peg out my tent, or that other platform has rings that I can attach cordage to. It's been about another half hour, I see what might be little blue spots up there. Probably made a wrong decision, but it means I'm 5 miles short, that's all. No big deal. I can make it up or spend another day out in the woods. So just setting up at the other platform on the ground, platform here didn't have any rings in it either. And down below there's a big rock. And you can see some cars there. I guess there's a fire. So I guess people were hanging out here in the past. There's the platform up above. So I'm just here, gonna set up, going to find a tree to hang my food. It's a little too early to eat, although I'll probably eat some salami. And put the fly on the tent, just in case. Maybe it will rain. I'm hoping it won't, basically, especially through the night. So when I wake up in the morning, other than being cold, it'll be dry, and I can tear down and get going early enough. 1,000-foot climb up and down, and then a little further to get to where the shelter was, or is. I'm not going to. And continue on toward the river, heading toward the Piers Pond campsite, or the bunkhouse in Karatak, or what it was called. But no, I have 5 more miles. I think it's like 20 plus miles to get there, which puts a little bit out of reach. So I think the campsite is going to be the better alternative, 3 miles shorter, as long as it doesn't rain. And get the breakfast at that hunting lodge area. I'll be looking at the map again. Since there's only one hill, downhill, and mostly level, hopefully, I think it's going to be a little boggy. Oh boy, I didn't sleep that well last night anyway. It might be a pain to walk. You know, trying to miss the wet places, and if it rains, it's going to matter anyway. I'm a little disappointed in myself, giving up, but I was feeling a little run down anyway, and I think it's because I lack of sleep because my feet were so tender. Anyway, it's kind of neat. I enjoy camping out in the middle of nowhere by myself because it's so quiet, and don't have that many more chances to do that on this trail. I was thinking it'd be, today's Friday, I think. Today's the 6th. I changed my watch over to show the date, day. Yeah, it's Friday. So I was thinking a week from Monday, I'd be at Katahdin, so I guess it'll be Tuesday, which is fine, because from there, get to Asheville, get to Boston, and then flying to Toronto. Middle week, maybe flights are cheaper. Doesn't matter. I was thinking of a 0 at Karatak B&B. Anyway, just this will be my last 0. Now, I guess I won't make it a 0, but depending on the weather and the weather report, if I get more info from people, who knows, maybe I'll just stay there for a day anyway, because it's raining, and then carry on. Oh, so boring. Anyway, by the way, video 151, that was where I got to Human Nature Hostel. I noticed after I uploaded it that most of the morning video wasn't included in it. For some reason, it wasn't in the selection list. So I redid it and uploaded it last night at the Stratton Motel, along with 2 other videos. So if you've already seen 151, you might want to go back and watch it again. Or just the part up to when we get to the road for a hitch. Other than that, I guess I'll get back to you when having dinner, and maybe if the rain comes, where I can go, hey, I thought so. I did the right thing. Otherwise it'll be bedtime and I'll go to sleep, and hopefully it won't rain in the middle of the night. Other than that, yeah, there were some big boulders, like that big one there I had to pass. I think I must have read it somewhere, like boulders as big as a house, and yeah, there were some big ones, I guess, that rolled down that mountain years ago, and came to rest, which was kind of neat. And it was nice being at the top of that mountain, because that's the last time I'll be up at a high mountain like that. And had I not talked to those people, I would just surely be walking along, probably, to the other shelter and not worrying about rain, even though it might rain. If it doesn't rain, then I'd blissful ignorance. But if it does rain, well, it'll probably rain after 6 o'clock, which 6:30, which is probably when I would probably roll in there now, or roll in there. Just the way I'm feeling, you know, for speed. But I'll just do a little looking around here. You never know what you can find. Maybe somebody left their suspension for their hammock attached to some trees. You can collect some stuff. We'll see. I'm sitting up here on the platform. Just got my north side ready. Just waiting for it to soak through. And I'll have my dessert. Oop. Oh, here's that Milky Way. I just fell. That's the dessert. And there's another ThruHiker that just happened to come by on the way to getting some water. I asked him about the weather report. He said, chance of rain tonight. So, and I see sunlight in the treetops at the moment. And it's 5:30, and I probably should have gone on. Anyway, he felt the same way. You know, he's tired and want to stop a bit earlier and relax. So, and anyway, excuse me. Chance of rain through the day tomorrow. Not great, but and then Sunday should be nice, and then Monday we're back to kind of rainy. So that's the weather report. It's going to be more rain through the week, I'm sure, and the last week on the trail too. The last full week. So that's just nice, going up Katahdin, and a few days in there mixed in. I'll be okay. It's, day after day, that would be horrible. But a couple rainy days and then a couple of sunny days would be okay. Sunny days all around would be okay too. Just hope it's not really cold in the morning. And if it does rain, I hope it dries quickly and I can get the fly dry at some point during the day. Yep, that's it for now. You see that sunlight on my tent. It's 5:30, and I was wrong about the weather. Or I was right about the weather, and then those muggles were wrong about the weather. Oh well, another hour to still be walking. Life sucks sometimes. Well, lessons learned. I have taken not just off my outer sock, but my inner sock as well, and put on my sleep socks to keep my feet nice and warm. And even though it's 6:45, I'm turning in. I'm going to listen to a podcast. Maybe edit this video first. Great hair. Yeah, and I've got the doors kind of semi-closed, but with a fair amount of ventilation, hopefully, so that I don't get condensation. If in case it rains, I don't have the inside of the tent fly as wet as the outside. Don't have to worry about putting down the fly if it does rain. Hopefully that will be enough to prevent the inner tent from getting wet. Yeah, I'm just hoping it's not going to rain, period, tonight, and if it does rain, it dries off by morning, and that it does not rain at all tomorrow. That's obviously what I hope. Why would I hope for rain? Another fellow turned up a flip-flopper who's hurrying to get to Katahdin so he can get down to Harper's Ferry and continue. Said he met a few of them at the hostel that last night, whatever hostel that was. Imagine I will try to get to that Pierce Pond shelter. It is 23 miles or something like that, but beyond the hill, once I descend, it's not really that hilly. It's just a matter of whether or not it's boggy and difficult terrain. It may not actually be that difficult to make it by evening, which would have set me up well for nice breakfast. Oh, do I have another hole in my tent? Oh, I see. Looks like maybe a hole in the I see him down there. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, gonna set me up for the ferry before it closes at 2, and to get maybe some pancakes at that Hunter's lodge, and resupply for whatever distance it is to Munson, where I will resupply ultimately for the 100-mile wilderness. I think it's just another 3-day trip or something like that to Munson. So 3, 6, and 5. Yeah. Well, hopefully by shorting myself 5 miles, I'm not screwing up what might have been a perfect plan. It just means a longer day. And maybe I'll get up earlier if it's not raining and break camp and get on the road by maybe 6:30 as opposed to 7. Well, it's pretty dark in the morning these days, and having the tent means more time because I have to break it down, not just fill my pack like I would in a shelter. So, on to the activity of the evening of editing and listening to podcasts. I thank you for your time and attention, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow, hopefully dry.